the late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to a new XRP video. It's been a while since we did XRP, so we're gonna talk about XRP. We're gonna start trying to do a little bit more altcoins now that Bitcoin is doing so well. So Bitcoin has a big probability to break to the upside and continue the moves towards 60k, maybe 100k. I don't know how high. Right now we are looking at certain levels that needs to be broken, and it does look bullish, but XRP looks bullish as well. So I'm gonna explain to you what's happening on XRP. I don't know how it's going with the SEC case right now, or what's that entails for the XRP, but on the chart it does look very nice, and we got some kind of inverse head and shoulders I'm gonna show you. So let's talk about XRP. We're gonna focus mostly down here on what's happening here, because that's most interesting part. We're not gonna focus on the entire lifetime of XRP, big time frames, monthly, what's gonna happen in 5 to 10 years. We're gonna just look at what's happening right now over here on the chart. So there is one very important line that we need to consider up here, and it's a trend line up here. I think it's called something like this up here. Let me try to draw it very nicely up here. Something like this, give or take, maybe up here, something like this. Yeah, so it does look like we are breaking the trend up here. Should we use this one up here? Maybe it's this one, maybe it's down here, give or take. We are coming very close to breakout. I don't think we are exactly on the breakout just right now, but I think we are coming very close to the breakout towards the upside. This looks very nice, and this line over here, the trend line up over here, is very important to break. Of course, once you break the trend line up here, you will see the volume kick in on the downside. You can see the volume is non-existent down here on this move towards upside, because this part over here is some kind of inverse head and shoulders, and it's waiting to break this inverse head and shoulders towards upside, maybe retest that and then break the line and continue pumping towards the upside as well. So this looks very nice indeed, but this is the line that needs to be broken. That's right now around 88, give or take. That's where the level is. So if you can manage to do a nice move towards the upside, which I think we can, the target should be around 140 or something like that. We're gonna see very soon once we zoom in on this part over here. Let's pop the moving averages up here, and what you're gonna see on the moving averages is that we went all the way down to 100 moving averages, got the support, went up to 2050, bounced back down, pulled back down to the 10 moving average, got support here, and not only are we just right now bouncing towards the upside and using 10 as support, we are also breaking the resistance up here. So this was the resistance about 80 bucks. You can see we came up here, and this week we are actually going even higher than that. Not only that, but we are breaking the 20 moving average as well. So we got these are all confirmation of the bullishness. So getting down support on the bullish on the 10 moving average, that's bullish. Getting above the resistance, that's bullish. Getting above the 20 moving average, bullish. So we got this continuation of the bullish moves towards the upside. Even though some of these moves are not that big, they are very small, they're still bullish moves, and does give us confidence that this can continue towards the upside. Let's zoom. Let's go back to the daily time frame. What you're gonna see here is this very nice 50 moving average curving up here. You can see here from the bottom down here, we bounced, then we consolidated, faked out on the downside, and right now doing this really nice curving move. So this can be play out as some kind of cup and handle pattern. This almost looks like some kind of cup and handle pattern that's being formed, but it's not quite cup and handle pattern. I'm gonna explain to you why. But it is nice curvature, so a lot of people might assume this is gonna go down, we're gonna get this cup and handle pattern. It can do that, but I would like this move up here to be a little bit more violent towards the upside, and then pull back. So what's happening here, and why is this not the most perfect? I mean, technically it is nice, nice cup up here forming, but I think this last move needs to be a little bit more violent before the pullback. However it goes, we not want to fall down below 77. If we fall below 77, we are below the moving average, it becomes bearish. But I'm pretty confident this is going to get some kind of, if we pull back, it's going to get some kind of support down here, and it can continue towards the upside. But right now I'm looking a little bit more to our upside maybe, and then a pullback on the downside. Then maybe we're gonna create this cup and handle pattern that might play out, and then we break that, and sky's the limit. So over here, what's happening over here right now, it's some kind of a very short-term analysis. It's some kind of a rising wedge. We've been looking at this on the Bitcoin daily that we do every morning, and there is some kind of a rising wedge forming up here, and we are not quite sure how to draw this. Maybe something like this up here. we tried several different ways, but you know, it does look like it's something like this up here, and on the bottom side you got let's start from up here somewhere. It looks like something like this, right? So right now we got this rising wedge happening, and you know, rising wedges are a bearish pattern, so you know, oftentimes they break on downside unless it's a bull market, unless we are a bullish market and we break this towards the upside. And that's why I'm saying that this might be creating right now this cup and handle pattern. So what I'm expecting right now, it's not actually break on downside, even though break on downside can happen. I'm expecting a move above the rising wedge, which will confirm the bullishness, and then pull back down to the rising wedge, and then get support there, and then continue towards the upside. And that way you created this cup and handle pattern towards the upside. That's one of the possibilities that can happen. The other possibility is just, you know, having a pullback, you know, out of the rising wedge towards downside right now, and then get some kind of support here, and then continue towards the upside. This is also some kind of cup and handle, but it's a little bit different cup and handle. Let's assume this is the top up here. The target for this should be something like, give or take, something like depends on the breakout, should be around like $1 or something like that. Very important level up here at $1 for XRP eventually. So will this actually play out the way I think it's gonna play out? It's hard to tell. We don't actually know, you know, how exactly stuff will happen until it starts actually happening. So once we see some kind of, you know, move towards the upside, some kind of move towards the downside, that's when we know. But what we do know is that let's pop the moving averages up here. We are a little bit extended from the moving averages. Probability, I think, is a little bit more on the downside, on a pullback towards the downside before we get support down here and then bounce towards the upside. I think that's more probable than breaking up and you know, then pulling on the downside, getting the support, you know, testing this support and going towards the upside. Doesn't matter how it goes. Overall, it is very bullish pattern. Now look at this, guys. Now look at this. This was the, you know, very short-term analysis. This is the 4-hourly time frame. This is what we are looking, you know, when we are looking day to day, what's going to happen, right? That's over here. But there is an important pattern that's being made up here, and that's inverse head and shoulders. You see inverse head and shoulders up here. So it goes something like this up here, and you can see technically that we technically maybe already broke. Maybe if you pull it down here, maybe we haven't broken it and stuff like that, right? But it looks like we already broken this inverse head and shoulders pattern, and you can see up here we are broken. Maybe we are even testing, but the problem is that there is no volume on the test. So I think maybe my lines are a little bit off. Maybe this should be somewhere or down here. Maybe it does look more legit, especially since we haven't broken. But oftentimes when you break certain resistance on the retest, you should be getting volume. There is no volume yet, so I'm guessing we are still not above the resistance. So maybe this line up here is a little bit more legit. Doesn't matter. What I want to show you up here is that this is inverse head and shoulders, guys. Inverse head and shoulders. Doesn't matter how you draw these shoulders, it does look like pretty legit. So this is left head and right shoulder, and the target for this head and shoulder pattern is something like 146 bucks, guys. 146. So if you do manage to play, you know, break out of this inverse head and shoulders towards the upside, which I think is very probable, might have a small pull back down here, or the second, you know, option is, you know, going up here above this rising wedge, you know, and then retesting. You know, both are very legit moves. You know, you can break towards the upside, which will confirm bullishness, and then retest and continue towards the upside. Then, you know, this head and shoulders pattern played out. The other way to do this is out of this rising wedge, fall a little bit on the downside, then climb back up again to the resistance, then break the resistance and continue towards the upside. Both ways can play out. Which will actually play out on the dollar, I do not know, but the target for inverse head and shoulders is 146, and the target for this move, this cup and handle move, whichever way it goes, is around $1 up here. So we got some important resistance on $1, also psychological resistance. But if this plays out, I'm looking all the way up to 146, guys. I'm 146, so it might do nice move towards the upside. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. Anyways, this is what I got for you today. Hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more XRP videos or other altcoin video, because we're gonna continue doing these. And also sign up for Qcoin, because you know, a lot of gems are on Qcoin. So you know, one time when you wanna, you know, buy something there, you know, it's good. I got a link for you. I got a link for you down there. Anyways, guys, that's me shilling my stuff. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you again another time. Bye bye. Have a nice, take care and stuff like that, right? Okay. Where is the button? There is the button. There's the button.